In this video, we're going to talk about a way to consolidate multiple tabs of data that have a similar structure in Excel. Oftentimes, as accounting and finance professionals, we are asked to aggregate large volumes of data from different sources. For example, we may be asked to aggregate sales forecasts or projections from different territories. We may send out a template to sales leads in a region and ask them to provide their numbers. Now, if we're talking about just a few different regions represented by just a couple of tabs, it may not be so bad. But what if, let's say, we had 50 regions we had to aggregate? That could take a lot of time. Here, I have a simple example using widget sales projections. We have 4 different territories that have each submitted their widget sales projections for the year, and I need to consolidate them. Now, what you may do is to start on the tab that you are summarizing all the individual territory sales and start linking each cell on each tab and adding them up like this. So that wasn't too bad, but imagine you have, let's say, 7 territories or regions, or even 50. Is there a faster way to do it? There sure is, and I'm about to show you one method of doing it that I think you'll find pretty awesome. So here again, we have widget sales, but now I have 7 territories instead of 4 territories in the earlier example. Now, what I'm about to show you requires some things for it to work. First, all the tabs you are consolidating need to have the exact same structure. So what that means is that if widget 1's January 23 sales number is in cell C6 on one tab, all the other tabs need to also have widget 1's January 23 sales number in cell C6 as well. The other thing I would recommend as a best practice is to insert 2 placeholder tabs at the beginning and end of the tabs you are consolidating. What you can do is simply insert a tab in front of the first tab and call it Start, and insert a tab after the last tab called End. Now, this is important because not only does it tell you which tabs you are consolidating, but it also gives you the flexibility of inserting another tab between the Start and End tabs, and your consolidation will automatically pick it up. So with that in mind, let's see how easy it can be to consolidate 7 tabs as we have here. So starting with cell C6 on the consolidation tab, I am going to write this formula equals sum parentheses apostrophe Pacific Northwest semicolon South apostrophe exclamation mark C6 close parentheses. Now, what this is doing is that it's saying that I want to sum up all the cell C6 values, starting with the Pacific Northwest tab and ending with the South tab. What you want to be careful here is that if you move these tabs out of order, you must make sure that your formula is updated accordingly. So if, let's say, I were to change this to equals sum parentheses apostrophe Pacific Northwest semicolon New England apostrophe exclamation mark C6, you'll see that in cell C6 from the South tab is no longer getting picked up. So you'll want to be very careful about how you're moving the tabs around if you end up doing this, which is why I highly recommend that you use a start and end tab placeholder as reminders. So now I will change this formula back so it is taking into account all the tabs we want to consolidate. I'm going to drag this across the columns using Control R, and then drag the formula down using Control D. And there you have it. You've just consolidated with each 7 tabs without having to individually select a cell on each tab and adding them up together. Now, before I end the video, I do want to point out that if you use Google Sheets, I have found that this is not something you can actually do. This can only be done in Microsoft Excel. I myself have tried to move files into Google Sheets that were originally created as Microsoft Excel files that were set up exactly like this and have found it to error out. So for now, this is only a Microsoft Excel trick. So that brings today's video to an end. If you like what you've seen, give this video a like and subscribe, and I'll have more videos coming soon.